It's the first round of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association state playoffs coming to you live from Robbinsville High School. It is varsity girls basketball action as the Lady Knights welcome Thomas Jefferson Classical Academy to Graham County. Good to have you with us here on this wonderful yet wet Tuesday evening here in Robbinsville. And we're so glad you're tuning in wherever you may be, right here on the Graham Star YouTube page, exclusively streaming Robbinsville Athletics all season long. Kevin Hensley with you once again, very privileged to be back on the air with all of you great Robbinsville fans. We're going to keep you apprised of all things going on here tonight, as well as the Black Knights as they are on the road for their first round matchup tonight at Hiwassee Dam. We'll try to keep you posted on that with score updates as often as we can. And be sure to, of course, always check our social media for the latest Knights news. We're about 8 minutes away from the opening tip-off and the introduction of our starting lineups, the national anthem. So fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the Graham Star YouTube page and first round playoff action from Graham County.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Robbinsville High School for tonight's first round playoff matchup between the Lady Knights and the visiting Thomas Jefferson Lady Gryphons. At this time, if you would please stand, color with all headgear as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now, fans, for the introduction of our starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Thomas Jefferson, a senior, number 20, Caitlin Rowe. A sophomore, number 24, Briatia Yissery. Another sophomore, number 32, Sydney Jones. A senior, number 34, Margaret Schwepp. And a junior, number 52, Emily Short. The head coach for Thomas Jefferson is Brandon Young. All right, Robbinsville, let's make some noise. These are your homestanding Lady Knights. A junior, number 4, Desta Treble. A senior, number 5, Hallie Anderson. A sophomore, number 11, Zoe Schuler. A senior, number 20, Cynthia Jimenez. And another junior, number 24, Kinsley Phillips. The Knights were coached by Lucas Ford.
Fans, we hope you're just as excited as we are to be bringing you first round playoff action from Graham County as we welcome you back to the Graham Star YouTube page. Good to have you with us wherever you may be as we begin the postseason trek for the Lady Knights. Of course, the Black Knights are on the road for their first round playoff matchup, their first appearance in the postseason in 4 seasons as they are at Hiwassee Dam. We'll keep you apprised of that game as much as we can. Not sure how many updates we'll get, but we will do our very best. At midcourt for the tip-off is Emily Short for Thomas Jefferson, number 52, and number 20, Jacob Jimenez for Robbinsville. And we got something going on here before the opening tip-off. An issue with the jersey. not sure what something going on with the jersey. But nonetheless, it's like the opening tip-off will roll on anyhow. Or it may be a technical foul. Seen this one other time this year. Something wrong with the book. Led to a technical foul to begin the game, but not sure if that's where we're headed tonight. Head official Phil Presley seems like he's ready to go. Marking out instructions. And we are underway with the first round of the state playoffs. Open to tip-off won by Thomas Jefferson. Kinsley Phillips keeping a close eye on number 22. That's Maddie Connor having to fill in for Breasia Ussery. And a quick foul is called. Desta Trammell rung up in a mere 15 seconds. It'll be Lady Gryphons basketball. And we'll try it again. Number 20, Caitlin Rowe, is the point guard. She's a senior for Thomas Jefferson. Feeds the ball outside. Back in. Knocked down and stolen by Jimenez, who was on a fast break for two. Rolls it into the bucket. Good start for Robbinsville. And don't look now, but I can almost guarantee you they will be going into their patented press to try and stifle any response. And a backcourt's going to be called. Couldn't get it back across the paint, across the line in about 10 seconds. It will be Robbinsville basketball. Jimenez will throw the ball in to junior point guard Desta Trammell. Sits at 49 in a row, continually setting the state consecutive free throw record. Three-pointer from Jimenez will drain. 5-0 Robbinsville here in the early going. Give the assist to Kinsley Phillips. Ball swatted out of bounds. Excellent pressure. Last touched by Maddie Connor, sophomore guard for Thomas Jefferson. Of course, fans, the winner of tonight's game will meet the winner of North Rowan and Hayesville, which is being played tonight. Stolen basket will come up empty. Trammell comes down with the rebound and is fouled. They're giving it to number 20, Caitlin Rowe. That'll be her first of the game. And the first for Thomas Jefferson comes with 6:44 to go here in the first quarter. Trammell, as we mentioned, now sits at 49 from the foul line. She broke the record at Swain County during the Smoky Mountain Conference Tournament and added to it with 4 more in a row Friday in the finals against Murphy. Ball dropped out by Robbinsville. Inbounding it will be Emily Short for Thomas Jefferson. And it's inbounded. Lady Gryphons trying to penetrate. There's Breasia Ussery with the ball back. Two-pointer inside is going to be off the backboard. Rebounded by Zoe Schuler, sophomore shooting guard for Robbinsville. Dumps it off to Trammell, who's working her way quickly into the paint. Circles back out. That ball is swatted away, but right back to Trammell. Feed goes outside to Kinsley Phillips. Jimenez left open on the arc for three, and she'll drain it. Timeout called by head coach Brandon Young. Everything coming up Robbinsville. It's 8-0, 5:59 to go here in the first quarter. Back to Robbinsville, it is going to be Thomas Jefferson basketball. Lady Knights have a quick 8-0 lead. Thanks to a pair of three-pointers and a steal and bucket from Jimenez. Trammell's going to finally get on the scoreboard, though. There's two off a transition basket, 10-0. Thomas Jefferson still battling to break the press. Finally does so. There's three from outside for Connors, going to be off. Phillips grabs the rebound and is bumped hard by Yesuri. (10-0) Lady Knights. 5.5 minutes left to go here in the first. Thought it was actually called on Sydney Jones. I stand corrected. Sorry about that. It's our first of the game. Phillips with a low dish inside to Schuler. She kicks it back out. Here's Trammell for three, and she will drain it. Lady Knights are on fire right now. 13-0. Quick passes by the Lady Gryphons trying to figure out something, and that ball is just going to get coughed up and thrown away. Robbinsville basketball, 13-0 your score here in the first quarter. As we dip under the 5-minute mark. Robbinsville ended up with the 13th seed in the postseason bracket, 13 West seed, I should say. Of course, there's 32 on one side and 32 on the east side as well. Here's Phillips. Quick feed back to Trammell. Good play. And three more for Desta Trammell. 3 assists here in the first quarter for probably the best defender in the Smoky Mountain Conference, Kinsley Phillips. 16-0 is the docket. Trammell will pick that one off from Emily Short. Fast break up the floor. Low pass the last minute gets to Hallie Anderson. She kicks it back out to Schuler. All the way back across the horn is picked off by Yusuri. And Jimenez just promptly gets it right back for Robbinsville. Trammell, low pass. Schuler, shot knocked away, last touched by Thomas Jefferson. Be an inbound for Kinsley Phillips. She'll get it to Jimenez. And now Trammell is going to scan the floor and try to set up something for the Lady Knights. It's a quick feed inside to Kinsley Phillips, but it touched a Lady Gryphon fingertip. Still Robbinsville basketball. North Rowan and Hayesville are the respective 4 and 29 seeds. The winner of that one gets the winner of this one on Thursday. Robbinsville Black Knights are also in action, as we mentioned, as Hallie Anderson drives in and gets two. Makes it 18-0 during the first quarter. Robbinsville at Hiawassee Dam, the winner of that game will get to play the winner of Carolina International and Avery County on Thursday. Shot for the Lady Gryphons is going to come up short of the basket. And don't look now, the Lady Knights are still shutting out the Lady Gryphons. Still no score yet here in the first quarter. I mean, inbound for Jimenez as Schuler will check out, and Dallas Garrett, another senior for the Lady Knights, checks in. Phillips gets open on the outside, changes her mind, but a bad pass inside goes to number 20, Caitlin Rowe, and that'll get brought back up the floor by the Lady Gryphons. Working her way up the floor methodically. There's Yusuri back inside the row for two. Shot bounces in and out, rebounded by Jaka Jimenez. Phillips with a quick dish down the floor, finds Trammell. Back to Kinsley Phillips. Here's three for Trammell on the other side. That bounced in and out of the goal, my word. Rebounded by Yusuri. Desperation heave, no good. Jimenez fields it, drives into the paint. One-on-one matchup. It's going to spin out and rebounded by Caitlin Rowe. Still for Kinsley Phillips. We'll get it back to Robbinsville. More moving parts than a cheap watch. And a foul is called, I believe, on Caitlin Rowe. It is, and that is her second of the game. Inbound will be under the basket. 2:15 to go here in the first quarter. Dallas Garrett receives it up the back end. And feeds it over to Zoe Schuler, and we're back underway. Hope you're enjoying our enhanced presentation. We certainly do want to thank our sponsors tonight as well. We've got a special treat for all of them as 2-point bucket drops in for Hallie Anderson, her first of the game. Makes it 20-0. I got Anderson has 4 already. My apologies. Ball stolen by Henderson. Phillips will field it. 3 for Jimenez. Gonna be short. Garrett tries to save it, but she was out of bounds. Possession stays. Or excuse me, goes back to Thomas Jefferson. Lenny Brooms has approached the scorer's table to check in. Robbinsville with already a humongous lead here in the first quarter. We'll try to keep everybody fresh as we move through the postseason. Schedule will go like this. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. That's your first 3 rounds. Next Tuesday will be the 4th round. The following Saturday, March the 5th, will be the regional finals. And then the state championship will be on March 12th. Those will be played at NC State and UNC Chapel Hill. It's not known at this time which classification will get which location. Brooms is in the game now, and she finds Kinsley Phillips as Hallie Anderson takes a breather. Unbelievable 20-0 start for Robbinsville here in the opening round of the state playoffs. 2 for Zoe Schuler, give the assist to Jimenez. Schuler gets her first points of the game. Rowe backs off, feeds it inside. Drive to the basket is going to result in a foul. That was Margaret Schwepp driving in. The foul is going to be on Jimenez, her first. And just the second one of the game for Robbinsville. Schwepp's first is going to be in and out. Hits the backside of the rim. 43.5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And Schwepp makes it, so the scoreless drought is over for Thomas Jefferson. But they've got a lot of room to make up. It's 22-1 here in the first quarter. Jimenez to Garrett. Back over to Phillips. Here's Jimenez. Lady Knights playing keep away at the moment. No need to rush things with such a sizable lead so early. Robbinsville finished the season, counting the conference tournament, they were 17-6 overall. Thomas Jefferson came into this game at 500 on the nose. They are 12-12 for the year. Jimenez is going to drive and draw a foul with 4 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. They're going to call it on Avalon Christman for Thomas Jefferson. And Jimenez will shoot 2. First one is high, and it's going to miss. Second one is nothing but net, and limited time left here in the first quarter, so not much for Thomas Jefferson to do except just try to chunk it from down deep, and they're just going to defer. Robbinsville has made a dominant statement here in the first quarter, 23-1, excuse me. Back in just a moment from Graham County. Coming back to you from Robbinsville High School, it is the first round of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association's 1A state playoffs. Good to have you with us here on the Graham Star YouTube page as the Lady Knights welcome Thomas Jefferson's Lady Gryphons to town. It's been a dominant showing so far for Robbinsville. Score sets at 23-1. Trammell thought about a 3 to add to it, changed her mind. Now kicks it back to Dallas Garrett. And there will be a foul called. That's going to be on number 24. That is Breasia Yusuri for Thomas Jefferson. Be an inbound here right below us for Hallie Anderson. Thomas Jefferson Lady Gryphons brought their cheerleaders with them tonight, so that's what you hear in the background right now. Trammell's going to give 3 off of the Anderson assist, nothing doing. Dallas Garrett there to pull down the board. Anderson for 2, and it will miss. Rebounded by number 44, Avalon Christman, for Thomas Jefferson. Don't forget, fans, we will be back with you during the spring as well. Win, lose, or draw here in the playoffs. We're going to be bringing you Robbinsville baseball and softball action. Of course, we'll be picking games each day to telecast. And hope you'll join us for that as well as we continue to improve and enhance our presentation. I want to give a special shout out to Travis Dockery, working hard behind the scenes for us tonight, helping us bring you an enhanced experience here on YouTube. Thomas Jefferson just cannot get on the same page. Ball control issues, turnovers, sloppy shots, and Robbinsville has made them pay dearly. Destin Trammell is flown away from everyone to get that layup. 25-1. We're not sure at this time if we'll be able to telecast Thursday's game. It will depend on where we're playing. For example, if North Rowan, who is the higher seed, is an NFHS school, we will not be able to telecast it. It will be on the NFHS network. We won't know that, of course, until after the game tonight. But if Robbinsville is to welcome Hayesville, as Schuler drops 2 off the steal and assist from Trammell, then we will have that game for you right here on our YouTube page. 27-1 with 5:34 to go. And looks like a full 60-second timeout has been called by Lady Gryphons coach Brandon Young. Back in just a moment here on YouTube. It's all Robbinsville as we come to you live from Graham County. Welcome back, fans. 5:32 remaining here in the first half as the Lady Knights are in full control of the first round opposition, the Thomas Jefferson Lady Gryphons. Good to have you with us here on the Graham Star YouTube page, the exclusive home of Robbinsville's streaming athletics all season long. And if you're new to our YouTube page, have a look around here on our channel. We have archived games, meetings, not anything you could ever want that is Graham County over the last 2 years. Of course, we started this effort due to the COVID-19 pandemic and have really worked to instill it, keep it in place, build upon it, and something we hope to provide for you from here on out. Kinsley Phillips just promptly, kindly steals the inbound pass, but Trammell got a little bit ahead of Schuler on the pass. That'll go out of bounds. And it's Thomas Jefferson basketball. And Thomas Jefferson just absolutely cannot get anything rolling here. Finally may get a bucket, but that's going to be off. Kinsley Phillips just tears it out of the hands of Caitlin Rowe for the rebound. Nobody there to stop Schuler. Layup for 2. 29-1. Ussery feeds it inside. Bobs off the hand of Emily Short. Stolen by Jimenez. Low pass to Schuler for two. Going to be off. Rebounded by Hallie Anderson. Under pressure. Gets it loose, though. Jimenez tries to feed inside, but a travel will be called. 3 steals not already for the senior Jacob Jimenez. And a little bit of an errant inbound. We'll try it again. Thought in the early going you may just be seeing some early nerves from Thomas Jefferson, but doesn't appear to be the case. Maybe they can get on the same page here momentarily. With a 2-point shot inside for Shorts, no good. Another rebound for Jimenez. High pass from Tremble to Schuler for 2. Only Schuler with 8 points here in the first half. And Robbinsville leads this one by 30. Short changed her mind, kicks it outside. Caitlin Rowe for 3 is going to be off the rim. And rebounded once again by Jimenez. Trammell, nobody there to stop her. Timeout called by head coach Lucas Ford. He's going to give his Robbinsville Lady Knights a breather. And after building a 33-1 lead, they need it. Stay with us, fans. We'll be right back. Thomas Jefferson will inbound down by 32 here in the second quarter as we welcome you back to Robbinsville High School for the first round of the 1A state playoffs. Lady Knights taking on the Lady Gryphons. Emily Short tries to drive inside, and a foul called. Zoe Schuler rung up for the infraction. Comes with 3:43 to go in the half. Only the third foul of the game. It's going to be on the floor, so it will be Thomas Jefferson inbound. Yessery dumps it off back behind her. 3-point attempt by number 14, Elise Richards, comes up short. And they're going to call a carry. Possession, Thomas Jefferson. Phillips had the rebound, but on the transfer, got a little too shaky with the hands. 3-point attempt for Rowe, and she finds the basket. That is the first field goal of the game for Thomas Jefferson. But they've got a long way to go. It's 33-4. Passes all around by the Lady Knights. Here's Kinsley Phillips back to Jimenez. And Schuler fouled as she goes up for the layup. She'll get a chance to go to the foul line. And they rung that up on number 34, Margaret Schwepp. They did. That will be her first foul of the game. Schuler makes her first. Back to a 30-point advantage for the Lady Knights. We have a sponsor that we want to thank while we have a moment, as Schuler goes 1 for 2, rebounded by Jimenez, though. And they have another chance here. Trammell going to cough it up to Yerser. We'll go back to the sponsor in just a moment. It looks like we got a breakaway for the Lady Gryphons. And believe it or not, fans, that's the first junk ball of the game. Comes with 2:47 left in the half. I want to thank Coy Adams Timber and Rock for helping make tonight's telecast possible as well. We don't have them on our commercial loop tonight, but we do want to give them a shout out. We'll do that several times tonight. Very thankful for Coy Adams Timber and Rock and all of our sponsors. Rebounded by Jimenez on the wild shot. Robbinsville doing anything and everything they want with the Lady Gryphons here in the first half. Jimenez for two. Misses it, gets her own rebound. Under double team pressure, kicks it out to Kinsley Phillips. Ball coughed up. Ball is loose. Trammell will clean it up. Jimenez goes creeping in from the corner. Puts up a jumper for two. Rebounded by the Lady Gryphons. That's number 14. Elise Richards tries to dump it off to Yoseri, but Trammell sprints over, picks it up. And there's the layup. What a showcase Robbinsville putting on here in the first half. It is 36-4, minute 47 to go. Errant pass. Here's Caitlin Rowe for two. Rebounded by Dallas Garrett, her second board of the game. She's going to feed it down the floor to the waiting hands of Delaney Brooms. Nothing doing. Rebounded by Emily Short, junior center for the Lady Gryphons. And now Yoseri will bring it back up the floor. Short for two, off the front of the rim. She'll rebound it, and that one's going to drop in. First inside points of the game for Thomas Jefferson. (36-6) is your score with a minute to go in the half. Kinsley Phillips to Desta Trammell. Corner three. Phillips having a wild night on assists. We'll have to add her assist up during the break. My word, she's racked up plenty here in the first half. Short inside. Ball swatted down by Brooms. Loose. Rowe cleans it up. Misses the easy peasy layup. And now here's Phillips flying to the basket for a layup. That gets her in the scorebook. 41-6. What a great showing for the Lady Knights here in the first half. As Thomas Jefferson gets two from Margaret Schwepp inside. That very well could be the last bucket of the half. 10 seconds to go, but the Lady Knights may try to strike one more time. 3 seconds. Trammell driving. Layup at the buzzer is going to roll out. But Robbinsville has made a statement in the opening 16 minutes. 41-8. We'll be back in 10. Stay with us here on the Graham Star YouTube page. You're watching the first round of the 1A state playoffs. About 2.5 minutes away from the resumption of play here in the first round of the 1A state playoffs. It's all Robbinsville at the moment. Lady Knights leading 41-8 against the Thomas Jefferson Classical Academy Lady Gryphons. At the break, Desta Trammell leads the way for Robbinsville with 17 points, 4 steals, 2 assists, and a rebound. Jacob Jimenez has 9 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 assists. And Zoe Schuler currently sits at 8 points, 3 assists, and a rebound. Back in about 2 minutes for the second half of play. Thank you for tuning in here on the Graham Star YouTube page. And welcome back to Robbinsville High School for the North Carolina High School Athletic Association's 1A state playoffs. This is the first round, of course. Round 2 comes up Thursday, and Saturday will be round 3. Robbinsville currently in full control of the visitors from Thomas Jefferson Classical Academy. It is 41-8, and more importantly, it's Robbinsville basketball as we resume play. Good to have you with us here on the Graham Star YouTube page. You can always catch the latest news and the latest updates on our social media, and of course, our weekly publication hits newsstands every Wednesday afternoon. It will be an inbound right below us for Jimenez as we're just about set to go with the second half tonight of what has been nothing short of a dominant performance by Robbinsville here in the early going. Desta Trammell will get the inbound. We are underway. Have not heard an update, unfortunately, from Hiawassee Dam on the boys' score. Kinsley Phillips is going to drain one from up at the top. And that's how we begin the third quarter, 44-8. Now, of course, the point differential in high school basketball is 40, so if it gets to that point, we will have a running clock. And it could be getting there pretty soon. Kinsley Phillips cleans up that wild shot. And gets it to Jimenez. But we will post an update on our social media or tell you here during the telecast should we hear an update from Hiawassee Dam. Phillips to Trammell, back to Hallie Anderson. And the visitors from Mooresville applying very little pressure, playing inside. Anderson's going to drive, gets to the basket and draws the foul. Try as she may, Margaret Schwepp could not avoid her second foul of the game. 6:39 to go here in the third quarter. And Hallie Anderson makes her first. That is 3 points tonight for Anderson. Very heart and soul of this inside defense. Hallie Anderson goes 2 for 2. She's a rock inside, no doubt about it. Senior forward for the Knights. Quick feed to Schwepp. Can she make up for it? And she sure can. 2 points. And believe it or not, fans, Thomas Jefferson is just now reaching double digits. 46-10 your score. And Jimenez for 2, but she traveled on the journey. Yeah, another Thomas Jefferson inbound. That is Sydney Jones that will inbound it to Breasia Yusri. Maybe the Lady Gryphons got some kinks worked out during the break. After putting up a scant 8 points in the first 2 quarters. Yusri thought about 3, changed her mind with the speedy defense of Kinsley Phillips right in her face. Low basket pass. Good play by the Lady Gryphons to get 2 for Emily Short. And Thomas Jefferson now trails 46-12. 3 for Kinsley Phillips again is going to be off. Hallie Anderson right there to nab the rebound, however, for Robbinsville. And they'll try it again. Desta Trammell in control. Feeds it off to Jimenez. Back around to the corner again. Phillips thought about another 3, changed her mind. Here's Jimenez for 2. Nothing doing. Another rebound for Anderson. Trammell will try for 2. And it will also miss. So a lot of second and third chance shots for Robbinsville in that series. And could not come up with anything in the end. Yusri's pass is wild to Sydney Jones, but she saves it from flying to the Lady Gryphons bench. We hope this is not the only home game of the playoffs for Robbinsville, but it could very well be. Phillips on the breakaway is going to go a little wild on the layup and miss it. Steal by Jimenez made that possible. Ball last touched by Margaret Schwepp for Thomas Jefferson. And that will turn the ball back over to Robbinsville. 4:42 left to go here in the third quarter. Anderson drive. Basket will trickle off. Kinsley Phillips there to grab it, but it's off the foot of number 20, Caitlin Rowe. Good work. And Kinsley Phillips will inbound it right in front of the Robbinsville student section. Thomas Jefferson needs a moment to think things over again, and we'll pause with them for a 30-second break. 46-12, Lady Knights. Welcome back to Robbinsville. It is the first round of the 1A state playoffs. You're watching it live and in living color here on the Graham Star YouTube page. 46-12 is your score in favor of the Knights. That's the Trammell try for another three and missed it. It will be rebounded by Thomas Jefferson. Dish down the floor, low pass, good feed by Thomas Jefferson, but it will come up empty. Rebounded by Jimenez. Dishes it over to Kinsley Phillips. And that pass to Trammell will not get saved despite her best efforts. It will be a turnover. And number 20, Caitlin Rowe, will inbound it with 3:44 to go here in the third quarter. Sydney Jones with a drive and tries it. Nothing doing. Junk ball call. Possession stays with the Lady Gryphons. Kick inside. Rose going to try for three. It's tipped, though, as she shoots it. And sophomore Aubrey Wachacha in the game for the first time tonight grabs the rebound. Several Robbinsville starters on the bench right now. That is number 10, Dallas Garrett. Pass it over to Jimenez, who's still in there. Blaney Brooms. Aubrey Wachacha, of course, inside, as well as Zoe Schuler. So two of the starting five still on the court. Garrett to Jimenez for two. And she finds the basket. Give the assist to Garrett. 48-12. After an explosive first half for Robbinsville, this game's kind of grinded to a halt almost. Don't need to do much damage here in the second half with such a sizable lead. And the foul is on Jacob Jimenez. That's her second of the game. First one for Robbinsville here in the half, though. Chacha breaks it up. Stays with the Lady Gryphons. Kick in. Another jump ball call. This time it goes to Robbinsville. The baseball and softball season actually begins next Wednesday. And fans, we will do our very best to bring you the game as Robbinsville travels to AC Reynolds for its season opener on Wednesday. That is the softball team, of course. Next Thursday will be the baseball team's opener here at home against Hayesville, and that's a big matchup for the Black Knights, who knocked off the then number one team in the state last year. There's 2 points for Wachacha off the putback. 50-12 Robbinsville. Hayesville was the number one team in the state and undefeated until Robbinsville came to town for the final game of the year and handed the Jackets a 12-7 loss on their brand new facility at the Clay County Recreation Center. Ball stolen away by Robbinsville. And again, the Knights playing very conservative. 2 more points and they can get a running clock going. Wachacha tried it. Lady Brooms speeds in. Ball trickles out of bounds. And Brooms will inbound it. Minute 28 to go. Sure, the Jackets will be out for blood in that baseball opener we were just talking about next Thursday. Drive inside by Anderson will result in a foul on Margaret Schwepp. I stand corrected. They called it on Emily Short. That is actually her first of the game. Anderson's first is off the front of the rim. Second one finds the net. And it's 51-12 with 1:22 to go in the the third quarter. Kinsley Phillips kindly takes the steal, and Hallie Anderson will bring it up the floor. Inside to Liz Carpenter. Back out to the top to Trammell. And it'll miss. Rebounded by Emily Short. Quick passes by the Gryphons outside. They dump it in. Short tries for two. Rebounded by Schwab. And a foul's going to be called on Robbinsville. And I believe it was on Montana Buchanan. Senior just checked in for Robbinsville just a moment ago. Rowe for three at the bottom of your screen, and she finds it nothing but net. 51-15. It's now the spread with 26 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Trammell for three, and she'll hit it, gives another assist to Kinsley Phillips. 7 seconds to go. Pray for Rowe at the buzzer will be no good. Phillips will pull down the board and run out of time to scamper back up the floor. But we'll head to the fourth. Robbinsville leading 54-15. You're watching the first round of the state playoffs here on the Graham Star YouTube page. Welcome back to Robbinsville High School. It's the final 8 minutes of the first round playoff matchup between the Lady Knights and the visitors from Mooresville, the Thomas Jefferson Lady Gryphons. Kevin Hensley with you on the call, and very privileged to be back with you for varsity basketball action from Graham County. Mad scramble under the basket will end up in the hands of Dallas Garrett for the inevitable drawn-out rebound. Of course, we're 1 point away from a running clock right now, so Robbinsville looking to put the finishing touches on this game here in just a moment. Ball control becoming an issue, though. And it'll be a steal for the Lady Gryphons. That's Briasia Ussery with the ball, 2-point shot, flat-footed from the floor, and on the rebound, it is a foul on Delaney Brooms. And to the line is Margaret Schwepp. And Schwepp's first will bounce in and out of the bucket. Working right now, fans, trying to get you some updates. Of course, we're hoping to hear something from Hiawassee Dam, where the Black Knights are playing. Of course, Schwepp goes 1 of 2, makes her second. But we're really interested, of course, in the other matchup on the bracket at the moment, which is North Rowan and Hayesville. The winner of this matchup you're watching right now will meet the winner of that one on Thursday. It'll either be a road trip for Lady Knights if the score holds, or it'll be another home game against Hayesville in round 2. 2-pointer no good for Elise Richards, and Zoe Schuler there to leap and grab the rebound. Jimenez for 2 will find the basket. And we've got the 40-point lead. So now the clock will be running the rest of the game except for timeouts and injuries. Dallas Garrett with the steal. And a foul called in the scuffle as Helen Ward checks into the game for Robbinsville, her first varsity appearance for the Lady Knights. Third foul of the game for Caitlin Rowe. 6 minutes to go in this one. Of course, we will keep you posted on our social media as to where we'll be Thursday for a broadcast, if we'll be broadcasting at all. As we mentioned earlier, the National Federation of High Schools Network has exclusivity rights at their member schools. And if they are a North Rowan school, we will not be able to telecast here on YouTube. And yes, fans, it is a subscription-based service, but we will be on hand for coverage at the game. Rowe pushes off Schuler, feeds it inside, low basket pass short. Back to number 10. That was Sophie Smart. Trying for the basket, but she ends up just hitting the bottom of the net. And with 5 minutes to go, Schuler will resume the point guard role. Brooms to Wachacha for 2. And Lucas Ford will call a timeout to go over some plays with his Lady Knights. It's all Robbinsville at the moment, 58-16. Apologies, fans. That was not a timeout. Big block by Wachacha, but they're going to call her for a foul with 4:40 to go. And it'll be a shooting foul as number 44, Avalon Kreisman, finds her way to the foul line to shoot 2. I think Ford just wanted to pause the game. Head coach Lucas Ford just wanted to pause the game. And it's a 1-for-2 trip to the line for Chrisman. 58-17, 3:52 to go. Liz Carpenter breaks up the floor. Wachacha side to Buchanan. Montana Buchanan drops a bucket. And now it brings the Robbinsville bench to its feet. Still no update yet on North Rowan and Hayesville, but we will continue to work on that throughout the evening. Cha-Cha gets the rebound. Stolen by Thomas Jefferson. Ball gets away. Mad foul on the floor. And it was last touched by Thomas Jefferson on the step out of bounds. Seeing some junior varsity players on the floor right now. That's Anna York, number 12, on the other end of the floor. Helen Ward, also called up from junior varsity. Liz Carpenter, a freshman, but she's been on varsity this season. Buchanan, a senior. Wachacha, a sophomore, number 44. York trying to hold on to the ball under heavy pressure. Good to get these up-and-coming Lady Knights some playoff experience and just honestly some court time. Foul called on the floor with 2.5 to go on Liz Carpenter. That's her first of the game. This one's academic at this point. 60-17 is your score. Robbinsville will eagerly await the results of the North Rowan Hayesville game. Fans, we apologize. We were not able to bring you an HD Robbinsville score for the boys game. But as soon as we get one, it will be posted on our social media. Check our Facebook and Twitter for updates. We'll have a recap of tonight's action in the Grand Star. Available on newsstands tomorrow. It's another packed edition. You don't want to miss it. Jump ball call with 1:50 to go as the clock winds down. Dodge off the inbound. Bucket bounces in and out. Rebounded by Thomas Jefferson's number 23, Jalucia Bell. And a 30-second timeout called by Coach Brandon Young. And we'll pause with him as Robbinsville closing in on their first round victory. 89 seconds remain as we welcome you back to Robbinsville High School for the conclusion of the first round playoff matchup between the Lady Knights and the Thomas Jefferson Lady Gryphons. Shot hits the side of the backboard. Jump ball called. Montana Buchanan had what I thought was going to be a rebound, but officials had a plan otherwise. More fresh bodies checking in for Thomas Jefferson as their senior contingent shares an embrace. Elise Richards, Caitlin Rowe, and Briasia Usuri are now out of the game. 3-point shot by Giselle Martinez comes up empty, rebounded by Buchanan, and now a break up the floor. Buchanan overshot it. Robbinsville bench was hoping for the best there. 40 seconds to go. We'll have a quick summary of the top 3 scores and their stats on our Twitter page in just a few moments, fans. And, of course, Facebook. Another empty shot with 20 seconds left. And we will know in the next couple of hours where Robbinsville will play Thursday, either here at home against Hayesville or on the road at North Rowan. But tonight, the Lady Knights came out and made a statement, holding Thomas Jefferson to 8 points in the first half. And your final score will be 60-17 Robbinsville. That is the end of the ball game. 1 down, 4 to go, fans. Thank you so much for tuning in with us here on the Graham Star YouTube page. It's been a privilege to bring you this playoff game from Graham County. For Travis Dockery, I'm Kevin Hensley, signing off, saying good evening, fans.